What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm down at Mooresville Ford getting to check out the all-new 2021 Ford Mustang Mach E. Massive shout out to them for providing this SUV for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. They have a huge selection of inventory to choose from, so definitely check them out. This Mach E here is finished off in star white metallic and it has an MSRP right around $56,000. So there's two different battery packs for the Mustang Mach E. We have the standard range and the extended range. You'll notice you'll be able to tell the difference with the badging on the lower section of the doors. So this model here says Mach E 4X, 4 standing for the electric four-wheel drive system and X for the extended range. So the standard range has a 68 kilowatt battery and the extended range has an 88 kilowatt battery. Both are paired to a single-speed transmission, and with the extended range, you get 346 horsepower and 428 pound-feet of torque instantly. This model weighs just under 5,000 pounds. It'll do 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds, up to its top speed of 124 miles an hour, and it also has a range of 270 miles. This has a wheelbase of 117.5 inches. Its overall length is 185.6. It has a width of 74.1 and a height of 63.9 inches. And with all those specs out of the way, we can go ahead and take a look at the exterior walk around on the all-new Ford Mustang Mach E. So I'm going to start front and center with the forward-facing camera. It's nicely integrated into this gloss black trim piece that surrounds where the grille would be. Being fully electric, we don't need grille openings to provide cooling to the engine, of course, but we have really nice contoured line outlining where the grille would go. And of course, we have the Pony logo right in the center. In the lower section of the bumper, however, there are active grille shutters to help improve with better aerodynamics, and you can see all the parking sensors located down there as well. There's really nice contoured lines running throughout the front end. And then as we make our way up to these sleek headlight housings, of course this has LED headlights along with LED DRLs, and it's really nice that the turn signals are separated from the DRL. So you'll see that strip running across the top section of the housing. There's a strip for the DRL just underneath that, along with 3 vertical lines for the DRL, just to give it that added aggressive look. And then there's also really nice lines that come down the hood to give it that more sporty appearance. Making our way to the side profile now for the Mustang Mach E. I'm gonna start off with these wheels. They measure 19 by 8. They have a 5 split spoke design to them, along with a 2-tone finish. I think it's a really nice wheel for this model. And hiding behind these wheels are the regenerative brakes. You can see just how large these disc brakes are. And of course, that's great to see on a fully electric vehicle like this. This model also has an appearance package. So you'll see the gloss black trim that runs on the lower section of the front bumper, and it extends to the fender arches and the lower sections of the door. You'll notice it's on the power folding side mirrors, which also have the integrated turn signal and a camera underneath each one, which I'll show later in this video. And that gloss black has made its way to the roof, where you'll see this has a full panoramic sunroof, and that gloss black adds to the fastback design for the side profile. It has a very low roofline, and it gives it more of that sporty design based off the Mustang, of course. You'll see there's more gloss black surrounding the windows and very clean lines running down the side profile. There's no physical door handles, so that just adds to the cleanness for the side profile. And finishing up in the rear for the Ford Mustang Mach E, I'm gonna start up top with the gloss black spoiler. You'll see the integrated third brake light, along with some more gloss black trim pieces on the sides of the glass. This has a pretty steeply raked rear glass, and as I mentioned earlier, that just adds to the fastback design. You'll see the wiper blade is in the lower section of the glass to help improve with better visibility. This has a power liftgate along with a standard backup camera. All of those parking sensors are in the lower section of the bumper, which is finished off in more gloss black. And then my favorite feature is the sequential turn signals brought over from the Mustang, which is a really nice touch to see. Now it's time to go ahead and take a look at the interior on the Ford Mustang Mach E. Before we do that, I want to talk about entering and exiting this vehicle. As you can see, I'm walking away from it right now. It's automatically going to lock with the key in my pocket. So that's a really cool feature. You don't even have to get the key fob out to lock it. And then when you walk up to the vehicle, as I mentioned earlier, there are no door handles. On all 4 doors, however, you have this button right here that you can push. So if I go ahead and push that, you'll see the side mirrors fold out and the door will actually pop open slightly. From there, I can grab on this handle right here and easily open up the door. So it's a really unique feature to see, and it gives the side profile a great look. So now we can go ahead and take a look at the door panel, where you'll see it's pretty much covered in leather. There's a really nice chrome trim piece on the upper section. We have lock and unlock along with the memory seating adjustments. And then just underneath that, you'll see all the window controls along with the side mirror adjustments and a really cool release handle. It's very easy to use. This model has the upgraded 10-speaker Bang & Olufsen sound system, and you can see there's a good amount of storage space in the lower section of the door. And now looking at the door panel, you'll see Mustang spelled out, and we can go ahead and move on to these black leather seats. They have a really nice design to them. They are heated. You can see the stitching running down the inserts along with on the bolsters. And of course, we have all of the automatic controls down on the side. And once inside with my foot on the brake, we can go ahead and start it up. And looking at the 10.2-inch digital gauge cluster, you'll see over on the left side is the range and battery life, along with miles per hour right in the center, and your gear indicator over on the right side. And then as we make our way to the steering wheel now, you'll see it's completely covered in solid black leather with some gloss black trim pieces just to give it a really nice look. Of course, we have the Pony logo right in the center. And then over on the right side, you'll see controls for volume and tuning for the radio, along with your Bluetooth and voice commands. And then we have the cruise control and adaptive cruise control settings on the left side. As we make our way to the left side of the steering wheel, you'll see the headlight controls along with dimmer switches for that gauge cluster and even the front defroster. There's also more leather and stitching along with carbon fiber-like material. And you can see part of the Bang & Olufsen sound system runs across the entire dash, which is really nice to see. And then right in the center, we have the all-new 15.5-inch touchscreen system. So there's a lot of information that you can go through within this system, and it's very easy to use at the same time. Right now, we're basically on the home screen where you can see your audio, and you have a row of information you can swipe through right in the middle. So you can pull up your TPMS, you have your owner's manual, your phone when that is connected and paired, along with your trip information. If you'd like to pull any of these up in full screen, say you want to see your TPMS a little bit better, you can click on that and it will replace the audio in the upper section there. If I click on audio, now we're back to that. You can also turn on and off the audio by using the button right in the center. You have volume surrounding that, so it's really cool how that's integrated into the screen itself, and it's quick to get to, which is nice to see. You can also click on the Mach E logo in the upper left there, and you have different driving modes. So we can pull up Engage, Whisper, and Unbridled. Basically, you have Normal, Eco, and Performance. You can pull up the camera system as well. So right now we are looking at the forward-facing camera. If we click on the center here, you can see the sensors, and then we can also click up a different view for the forward-facing camera. And if I put the vehicle into reverse, we have the guidelines that appear as well. We have parking, so this does have parallel parking, which is a great feature to see. You can go into your charge port lighting and all of that information, along with your driver assistance. There's even a valet mode that you can control as well. And then by clicking these dials right in the center, you can look at your phone, your navigation. This has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And then in the lower section of the screen, this does have dual zone climate. You can adjust the temperature just by swiping on this bar or clicking the plus and minus. You can click the lower arrow to hide that. We have the heated seats, heated steering wheel, the fan speed you can pull up, so you can turn that on and off just by swiping, or again, pushing on the plus and minus. And then there's a few other controls on the passenger side here. You have some defrosters along with their heated seat and the temperature control as well. And then moving below that screen, you'll see there's a large compartment here along with a wireless charging port on the left side. There's a USB and a USB-C in the back section there. So you can have multiple items here, which is really nice to see. There's two cup holders just behind that. And then underneath this tray, we have an additional tray for extra storage. So you can use that if you'd like to. Right in the middle, you'll see there's more leather along with the gear selector. So with my foot on the brake, I can just twist this dial to go into reverse, neutral, and drive. There's also a low range gear as well. And then of course we can go all the way back into park. You'll notice on the right side of that, we have the electronic parking brake along with the hazards. And this button here is to activate the parallel parking assist. As we make our way to the center armrest now, you'll see it's completely covered in leather. We can go ahead and remove this out of the way if you need a little bit more room. And if we slide this tray open, you'll see there's even more storage space along with a 12 volt as well, and a spot you can place the key. So you have a lot of storage space up front already. And then last up, we have the glove box where you can put a lot more information. So it's really nice to see all of those hidden compartments. We'll go ahead and take one last look at these seats. And as I mentioned earlier, this has a full panoramic roof. It goes all the way to the back seats there. Very nice to see that. And then up top, we have a sunglass holder along with the dome lights in front of that. Hopping into the back seats now of the Ford Mustang Mach E. In order to get into the back doors, it's just like you saw up front, except there is no handle on the exterior of the door. So once you go ahead and push that handle, you can stick your hand right into the door jamb there. There is a pad on the back side, and you can go ahead and open up the door from there. And now once we are inside, there's actually a lot of room for your backseat passengers here. At 5'10", I have the front seat set at my height. You can see I have a lot of inches in front of my knees here and about 2 or 3 inches above my head. You'll see we have the same leather seats, which is a great touch. Right in the center, there is a USB and USB-C port along with 2 air vents. You have a little bit of storage space behind both front seats. And then right in the middle, if you don't have a middle seat passenger, there are 2 cup holders along with the armrest. And these seats also have a 60-40 split to them, so you can fold them down just for a little bit more versatility. And now we'll go ahead and take a look at the front storage space. All you have to do is pull on this release twice. And from there, we can go ahead and open this up, where you'll see there's a good amount of front storage space. You can throw some smaller items here if you'd like to. So it's really nice how they've utilized this for extra room. And last up, we'll go ahead and take a look at the rear trunk storage space. There's 2 different ways you can do this. You can use the button on the key fob or the hidden button that's just above the license plate. So if I go ahead and push on this, of course, the lift gate will automatically open up. And you can see just how much room there is in the back space here. So there's plenty of room for any items you need to place. There's a little bit of storage space on the left and the right side, along with a dome light. There's also a 12-volt and some hooks, so you can put some bags, groceries, any items like that. There's also a little bit of storage space up underneath the floor if you need to use that. And then with the back seats folded all the way down, that gives you an ample amount of room for any items you'd like to place in the back. And of course, being a power liftgate, we can go ahead and push on that button. It will automatically close. All right, so getting the 2021 Ford Mustang Mach E out on the road now. This has been a really cool SUV to check out. I love electric technology. It's really cool to see what automakers are bringing in today's market. So this is really cool to check out. And I love the fact that it does retain the Ford Mustang name. It's very iconic, it's very well known. So to bring that into a little bit larger of a vehicle, I think is a really nice marketing strategy. So if you love the Ford Mustang, but you have a family, you need a little bit more space, you can jump up to the Ford Mustang Mach E and still kind of have the best of both worlds. You have a Mustang and you can haul the family around in it and have a little bit more practicality with it if you need the extra space. So I really love how they've done that. But just driving this out on the road, it is really weird to not hear any engine noise. So I love being in a fully electric vehicle like this. It's just a different driving experience. If you've never done it before, definitely try to drive one because it is really cool. We have the regenerative braking on at the moment, or the one-touch, one-pedal drive, I should say, which I can go ahead and turn on and off just by using buttons in the center screen there. So you can actually let your foot off of the gas and it will slow right down. You don't even have to touch the brake pedal. And we also have the propulsion sound. So it's going to pipe in a little bit of sound when you get on the gas, or I should say the throttle. Wow. And this gets up and moves. It's crazy to not hear any noise. You don't even hear any wind noise or anything like that. Wow. You don't even realize the speed limit that this can go because there's no engine noise. There's nothing. It's just instant power, instant torque the moment you hit that gas pedal. Doesn't matter from what speed you're on or what speed you're starting from. It's just instant. And that's what I love about electric vehicles. They're so fast, they're very quick, and it's just very cool to be able to drive. One thing that I also wanted to mention too about the fact that this is fully electric, of course, is charging this. Now the charge port for this is on the driver's side. It's above the front tire there. And with the proper Ford charging cables, you can get this up to around 80% in 45 minutes or around 60 miles in 10 minutes. So it's nice. There's different stages or various stages in order to charge this. So depending on what suits your needs best, you can get whatever cables you need or charging equipment you need in order to charge this at your home. You can also charge this on the go. So you can use this center screen here to find different charging stations, which is of course great to see. Let's go ahead and transition real quick to handling. Coming around this right turn, I didn't even have to touch the brake. Not even half throttle, and there is plenty of power to get out of that turn. It's so crazy to drive this and not hear anything. I love it. And one thing that I also learned checking out the Mustang Mach E today is the fact that it only comes with one key fob. And the reason they do that is because you can actually use the My Ford app on your phone to control the entire vehicle. So you can roll the windows up, you can roll them down, you can sound the alarm, you can even open up the rear liftgate, and you can pair that to up to 4 phones. So if you have multiple drivers, that makes it very easy. You can actually drive the vehicle without the key fob because it utilizes your phone. So that's great technology to see. Again, if you have more than one driver, makes it very convenient to use. And now just talking about the overall visibility for an SUV like this, it's really easy to see all around. A glance over my left and right shoulder, I can look out of the back windows. The pillars are a little bit bulky, but you can see around them, which is of course great. We have the side mirrors to help as well. And you even have the 360 camera system, which is great. You can use that in parking lot situations. Anytime you come up to any object that the vehicle senses, it will automatically turn on the camera system as well. And I love this interior. I love the leather seats. It has a really great layout, especially having this large center screen. You basically have all of your information right here. So you can go through all of this information. Your passenger can utilize all of that. And there's really no buttons other than this screen. You have a few down below, but it's a great layout. I love everything on the interior here. Oh man, that is basically just normal mode. It's really hard to tell a difference between that and unbridled. But one thing that I also wanted to talk about too is the fact that the Ford Mustang Mach E has the ability to differentiate the power between the front axle and the rear axle. So it controls this all on its own. It can do up to 100% in the rear axle or 100% to the front axle. That is all electronically controlled. So based on your driving situation is where it's going to send the power. So that is really cool to be able to see. Oh my gosh, this is quick. This is a very quick car. That is back and unbridled there, and I don't know, this is really fun to drive. I love the new Ford Mustang Mach E. This is a great vehicle to check out. This is also the premium model. There's a few different models for the lineup. This is the premium, which is one step below fully loaded, so you pretty much have everything on the interior. But I think that's going to wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive behind the wheel of the all-new 2021 Ford Mustang Mach E Premium. Once again, massive shout out to Mooresville Ford for providing this SUV for me today. Make sure you guys check out their website. That will be down in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Consider smashing that subscribe button if you want to stay up to date on our daily uploads. I'll see you guys in the next video.